8:6. Okay. Oh, okay. So we still deal. We said there's the sages were worried about hotza'ah, taking out objects from one domain to another domain. By the way, this is the one thing that the sages were most worried about, because it doesn't seem like work. People do it all the time, especially in those times. People all the time had things in their pockets, things they're carrying. There was no eruv like today they have in Israel. So everything, was problematic, carrying. So they came out with, they needed to make it clear to the people what kind of object was the minimum requirement when you take out on Shabbat to be obligated to bring a sin offering if you did by mistake and so on and so forth. If you did it on purpose, that's even more severe. So this is why we're going through all these things. So we're Shabbat Perik Chet Mishnah Vav. Etzem, what about if a person takes out a bone? When is a bone? What's the minimum requirement of taking out a bone on Shabbat to be required to bring a sin offering or death penalty? Hamutzi etzem shiuro, the one who takes out a bone, the measurement is kedei la'asot tarud, in order to make a tarud. What's a tarud? Kaf. Yeah, it's a kaf. It's a small spoon. They used to make spoons out of bones. Rabbi Yehuda says kedei la'asot meno chaf, not to make kaf, to make a chaf. What's a chaf? Shen shel mafteach. A chaf is a tooth of a key. They used to make keys out of bones at the time, and a chaf is the tooth part of the keys that they used to make. Ve'en halacha ke Rabbi Yehuda, and the halacha is not like Rabbi Yehuda, so it looks like it's the minimum measurement is a chaf. Now, why is a chaf not? Maybe because a chaf is not the whole key, and a kaf is the whole spoon. So he says you're not obligated when you take out half a vessel out. Yeah, but when you are taking a whole vessel out, then you are obligated. Okay. Zchuchit, how much are you obligated when taking out glass, thank you. Kedei ligror bo rosh hakirkar, in order to sharpen with it the head of the kirkar. Now what's that? V'yesh gorsim hakirkar. What's kirkar? Haynu ke'ein machat shel etz, שבו שובת מכה ומיישר את ההורג את חוטי השתי, שלא יתקפל חוט על חברו. It's like a small little hook that you tighten when you weave. You go to up and down and left and right, so you tighten the left and right with it. You go with it and you make sure that they're all tight. So that's the kirkar. ומפעם לפעם היו גוררים ומחדדים את ראשו בזכוכית. And from time to time you would sharpen it. So what's the minimum measurement of glass? Probably like a pencil sharpener. That piece that sharpens the pencil probably was the same size. What about if you take out a stone? A stone is not a tool. So how much stone are you allowed to carry before you're obligated? So some would say maybe a building block. That's enough. Whenever it's a building block, when people use it to build, if you carry out such a stone that people would use for building, then you're obligated, right? The minimum amount. So let's see over here. Tzror o even, a stone, kedei lizrok ba'of. It says no. If you have birds in your yard and you want to shoot them away, you throw a stone at them. Rabbi Eliezer bar Yaakov Omer, Rabbi Eliezer the son of Yaakov says, no, kedei lizrok be'behema. It says nobody throws stones at birds. Birds don't get excited by stones throwing at them, they just move. We're talking about throwing a stone at a goat or a cow, big enough that people throw at that. Why would people throw a stone at a cow? Because it's coming and eating your vegetable garden. So you need to move it away. שאין אדם טורח להרים צרור כדי להבריח את העוף. It says, Rabbi Eliezer says, nobody picks up a stone to make a dove run away. He says, that's not the way of the people. לפי שגערה בלבד דיה לכך. It says, and also it's not necessary. You can just go, shoo, shoo, and they will go away, just by the noise. The noise that you make is enough to make it away. But in a cow, you can shout, shoo, shoo until tomorrow. It's not moving. הילקח שיעורם שצור ואבן הוא כדזרוק בבהמה שתברך. Therefore, the minimum measurement that you're going to be required, what's the minimum requirement if a person takes a stone out as a tool? It is a stone that you will throw it a goat or a cow. We are not in there, but I'm suppose something like this, somewhere around there. ומבואר בברייתא, בגמרא שיעור זה, משקלו 10 זוזים. So the measurement is about 10 זוזים, like 40 gram, whatever 40 gram is.
So you think based on this, having pebbles in your shoes...
Not a problem at all?
Yeah.
That is exactly the thing. You're not going to throw this pebble at a cow, so therefore you're not obligated even to bring a sin offering. Obviously you did by mistake, it's not a problem. It's not called carrying. Carrying is when there's a use to it. Yeah.
So you think also the people that wear cuffs, on their pants, people said it's a problem because there's dust and dirt in there. But maybe dirt is different from stone?
Dirt, we discussed how much dirt you need. You remember, dirt was enough that you can mix it up with lime to make a type of cement that you used to make. So it needs to be of that measurement, because otherwise you can't. You've got everything on your shirt, on your thing, you've got dirtiness, forget today, people walked in mud. Imagine at those times, how much mud you would have in the shoe, on your shoes. So how much mud you would have in your shoes until so there's a measurement of the amount of mud.